Hello, welcome to another episode of At Home with GSM. This is my fake studio. I'm once again alone this week. My colleagues are just busy bees, and Jaimie is still not very well, bless her. But I'm going to be talking about something very relevant today, because the world, especially the UK, with recent laws coming in that I'm not going to really go into because it's going to get political and this will get removed from YouTube. With sort of freedom of speech, video content to protect children, those sorts of things. But I'm going to be talking about more digital marketing topic today. I'm going to talk about AI and kind of what it is, how it helps people in digital marketing, pros, cons, my personal views, whether I think it's helpful, creepy, that sort of thing. Obviously, us at Growth Smart Marketing, we don't really use a lot of AI. I make a lot of the social media posts, and I tend to just make them from the top of my head, and use my own ideas and my own creativity, just because I think it's a bit more authentic than beat boop with a robot. But yeah, so what is AI? It's a very confusing concept. So obviously, AI is the simulation of human intelligence by machines, especially computer systems, in the context of digital marketing. And AI can make decisions like we can, it can analyze data, and it can predict outcomes really without human intervention. The creepier, more scarier part is machine learning, which is what a lot of things like ChatGPT do, and a lot of AI places. They will learn from humans and learn how to be human, really. So they'll identify patterns, improve over time. Yeah, there's a lot. Mainly, a lot of AI and machine learning are used differently in marketing. So, digital marketing, your main things that they're used in is personalized customer experience. So, AI can analyze user data and then send out like an offer or send out customized content to people. So, like Netflix and Amazon will use AI to suggest a product or maybe a film or something like that based on maybe what you watch. Like, I watch a lot of horror, so it might suggest something like The Conjuring or Hereditary or something like that. And then your chatbots and virtual assistants. So an AI-powered chatbot can handle customer queries 24/7. Obviously, when us humans sleep or are busy with other life things. Virtual assistants are a mix. They tend to be sometimes people, sometimes AI. It kind of depends on the company. And then predictive analysis. So AI can forecast a customer behavior. So, for example, we'll use Fenty Beauty by Rihanna. So AI might think, she might put in, ways to grow my business, new makeup products I can make, and AI will come up with a bunch of ideas for her to say Miss Rihanna, to products to make that she's not already made, and identifying which may be other celebrities that she might want to work with, and leads to convert that to money. And then content creation, so blog posts, social media, email campaigns, using tools like copy.ai, program advertising, so buying ads in real time, and like a Google ad, a Meta ad. You almost use the old name then. Elon Musk, don't come for me, I'm sorry. And you can use AI to optimize bidding strategies and audience targeting. Your email marketing optimization, obviously, you can use MailChimp, and they'll automatically create an email for you and just send it out. So they can do like a batch, so it saves a bunch of time. And then visual recognition and image analysis. So visual recognition is a very sore subject at the minute because obviously what's going on in America with YouTube, age restrictions, in the UK with apps with age restrictions, and asking for ID, asking for your face, take a picture of your face just to show that you're a human and show you're over 18. There's a lot of issues at the minute surrounding that, and people are using just fake images because they don't want to give the data away, which is fair enough. AI does have its uses. It can, make things a lot quicker, but like most things, there is a downside. Kind of what I want to talk about is maybe what is too far, I would probably say. We've seen a lot of examples in it of society, things like deep fakes, where you take somebody's image, you put it on somebody's body, and then you can really do what you want with that, which is creepy. So it is, obviously it's a clever thing that people are doing to exploit people, but it's creepy. People using these things like deep fakes for revenge, prawn, I'll say prawn. Yeah, and obviously child exploitation. There's been a lot of issues with things like pornography websites, using deepfakes and using children and exploiting them, which I think is why the government's cracking down so hard on it. But yeah, clever things, content recommendations, email campaigns, e-commerce, websites, customization, customer support. When it gets creepy is when it starts to feel like you are being listened to and watched. So overly specific targeting. If I was to talk about a certain brand and it pops up, they're listening. Behavioral tracking, tracking your location without asking, retargeting users, so being chased around the internet by ads, so the same ad popping up. It's happened to me before, and it's really weird because you're on one platform, then you're on another, and you're like, why have I got the same ad? This is strange. And then assumptions about identity or intent. So, say for example, we'll use like a very severe example. There's a child and they've searched something maybe explicit. AI then assuming that they're of age and sending them very inappropriate content, and really missing the mark, and becoming part of the child exploitation bag. But I think it is about finding that balance in digital marketing and your business of transparency, control, and being personalized. We try and be very personalized because we don't want people to think we're all robots. Obviously, I'm a real person, as you can see. But it's about finding that balance because you don't want to come across as inauthentic as well, because people are not going to trust your brand. I think as well, I wanted to talk about sort of the difference between human and AI. So there's certain things I think that in marketing are better that a human would do. So like I'm doing this episode now, obviously I'm telling a story, I'm telling my story, I'm telling my emotions, giving my opinion. That's more human than AI. Obviously I can use humour, can use my awkward nature. But AI struggles with sort of the humane side, and being authentic. So, for example, if your statement is to be quite heartfelt, say it's for a charity that deals with something mental health related, you want to come across very empathetic, AI may struggle to get that message across, and it might just seem like another post or another social media post. So there's certain times when it's not relevant, really, and you shouldn't use it, especially in a sensitive situation. Using automated responses and using AI to respond to things appears very tone deaf, and it can actually make things worse. So obviously if you're coming across somebody's really struggling, somebody you know, for example, I don't know why you would use AI to reply to them, but say you do, the AI might come up with something like, oh, sorry for an inconvenience. Like, somebody's just said that they're struggling and you've said that they're an inconvenience. Not helpful. As well as complex like customer relationships. So if you've got a high value customer who's been with your like company for a while and they want obviously to speak to you because they trust you, they trust the brand that you're giving. If you use AI, it might come across that they're just a number to you. Whereas if you actually speak to them, like we do, and try and tailor products for them, they're going to trust you more because you're actually giving them the time of day. And obviously, campaigns and like the social media we do, I just would rather have an emotional impact and a human impact than just a algorithm impact. Not with like a woke culture, but some of the things, obviously I've spoken about disabilities before on our social media. There's things, certain areas of society where you need to be sensitive. So it's, ethical judgment, cultural sensitivity. So AI doesn't tend to understand social norms or like cultural dynamics. So what's acceptable in one culture and context might not be in another, and it might come across as offensive. So an example that I've seen before, or it's been used before by a company I've seen on Instagram, is they did an ad placement without sort of an ethical oversight. So then the next thing that I saw was very similar, but it was a very controversial political post. So it makes that association between that company and this person posting closer. Obviously, they're probably not related at all, but that's how it comes across because they were the next thing that you saw. So I'd say I think AI is best when it's like your data and testing and repetitive tasks, like saving time. But I'd say humans, when it's emotional, creative, strategic, and building meaningful connections, that's where humans will always just do better, especially in places like mental health and care sectors and things like that. So I think because I've spoken a lot about negatives, tend to be a bit negative more with AI, but I also want to talk about how it can be helpful. So obviously, Grow Spark, we don't really use a lot of AI, but if we did, I'm sure it would be like helpful because it speeds things up. But obviously, at Grow Spark, we see AI as just a helpful tool. It's not a replacement for people. We wouldn't choose it over people. But things that it has done for us, smart decision making. So I can use it for trends for social media and getting strategies for posting. Have personalized campaigns, so we can create personalized experiences. So for a company, we could send them personalized ad or personalized package, and get higher engagement. Obviously, a big one, I would say the biggest one is saving time. So you got your email scheduling, A/B testing, reporting analytics. Just saving time on maybe if I haven't got a lot of time to do social media, because I struggle like myself with physical issues and my own mental health. So sometimes I have like appointments and things I have to go to. I might put in all like ideas for digital marketing posts or social media, and then it'll give me a few. I tend to prefer to make it myself, but that's just if I was short on time. Enhance customer insights, so tracking journeys, behaviours, looking at leads, so like relevant messaging and seeing, would they be interested versus them? And then predictive analysis, so using forecast campaign performance. So you can also use it to help your clients that are already on board and be like, let's make a plan. Put it into, ChatGPT, AI. This is our plan. What can we do to make it better? Again, saves you a lot of time. I'd say it's like having a crystal ball, but it's just using it wisely is the kind of thing that needs to be emphasized. I think as well, it can give you a competitive edge. So obviously, you can react quicker to things and changes in markets. But again, at Growth Spark, we amplify the human creativity. So it's smart tech and skilled marketers, spark-worthy results. That's the little thing that I made, which is very cringe. But yeah, I kind of wanted to just talk about, do like a shorter episode talking about AI because there's a lot going on in the world right now that's a bit scary. Me personally, I will always be more for the human side of things, especially in digital marketing. Obviously, we are in a digital sphere, so AI is going to be there. But I think AI should stick to where it needs to be, which is analysing data, analytics, all that jazz, and then use humans for the more people side, empathy side, social media side. But yeah, thank you for listening to this short episode. I kind of just babbled on about digital marketing. But obviously, if you do want any marketing help, our email will be in the description and our Facebooks and all our website links. Our email is growsparkmarketing2025@gmail.com if you did want to directly email us. Or you can DM us on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook. Yeah, we've got all of them. Check out our website, which will be in the description, which is Growth Spark Marketing Limited. Darren, who also works at the company, one of the directors, worked really hard on it. So I always want to push it across. But yeah, thank you for watching. I hope you have a fabulous weekend because it's Thursday in the UK. And yeah, bye.